Hi guys, my name is Antos, and I'm really happy today because I finally got this new camera from Blackmagic. It's the Ursa Mini 4.6K. This is with the EF mount. And probably, well, if you're one of the people who've been trying to get your hands on this camera, then you know just how difficult it's been because they've been really back ordered. So in my case, I actually had to cancel an order that I already had placed with another store and kind of switch it last minute because I found it, or actually my brother found it for me in this little store in Canada. But anyways, here I finally have it. I'm excited to try it out. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you guys my build. I got some accessories already for the camera and just start doing initial tests to see just how good the dynamic range on this camera is. It's supposed to be really good, but you know, you never know until you test it out. So anyways, let's get started. I always love opening those new boxes and that, you know, just that excitement of getting the camera out and everything. So, and this is a really nicely done box, actually, like nice presentation. Comes with the DaVinci Resolve 12.5 Studio, so it includes the full version of it. Comes with a little card here. I don't know what this one's for, but let's see, what is this? Oh, like a little, oh, it has a little SD card with basically software in it, manual and things like that. So it's kind of cool. But now the most important thing, the camera. It's got the little thing for the padding for the side grip and the camera control cables. And we got the power supply. So here she is, and now as the name suggests, it's Ursa Mini. Definitely it's smaller than the full-size Ursa, a lot smaller and a lot lighter actually. This is, I'll tell you guys that even though it maybe doesn't look so mini, it is actually very light camera. Like you can easily hold it with one hand. So a lot of it, I mean, you can kind of see it from the top here. It's basically just dead space there, like basically for the vents, for the heat sink that basically takes the heat away, cools off the sensor. So that's really why I guess it's not as small. Now as a camera, it is ergonomically it actually is now like a proper camera. Like whether you're using it for like a traditional film production or even TV production, there's these cool accessories you can get where it works like really well as a live in studio kind of a camera. So it has the right ergonomics versus if you've ever had experience with the Blackmagic where they had the Blackmagic 4K production camera or the cinema camera, the 2.5K, those were kind of awkward. Whereas this one, like I said, it's just nicely designed, has the side grip here, and I actually have an accessory which adds a shoulder rig and adds an extension handle to this, so it's really nice. But even like this, if you put a lens that's not too big, not too heavy, then this is perfectly kind of balanced. You have this nice big touchscreen LCD that's full 1080p resolution, so that's really nice. So like I said, it's overall it's a well-designed camera, and I've actually had a chance to use not this one but the Ursa Mini 4K, which is exactly the same. Like I feel really familiar with this one now because, like I said, it's the exact same body, the button layout, everything. The only difference, as far as I know, is that the other one just has a 4K sensor. This one has the new 4.6K sensor. But if there's anything I can say about the quality, I mean, the 4K camera had amazing quality, amazing image quality. And this camera, it's supposed to be better. Now, the only thing that maybe is not as good with this camera versus the 4K version is the fact that this one doesn't have the global shutter. I know, originally when they were announcing this camera, they were hoping to get the global shutter in there and the 15 stops of the dynamic range, but sometimes you might be planning for certain things, and it basically turned out to get 15 stops of dynamic range and the global shutter in there just basically was really overworking the sensor and overheating the camera. Basically just made it less stable. So in a way, I think it's a good thing that Blackmagic finally decided that instead of aiming for really high and basically under delivering, basically that they kind of decided to tone it down, admit to the customers that we're committed in providing a good image quality, but unfortunately to do that we can't give you the global shutter. But I'll tell you that from the initial tests that I've seen people doing it out there, it doesn't seem like the rolling shutter on this camera is bad. So again, I'll test it out with today myself, but like I said, that's what I've seen so far. Anyways, let me start building this little rig up. So here, the first accessory I'm going to put on there is from a Came TV actually. I could have gotten the same thing from Blackmagic directly. It's just a little bit more expensive, and I think this one from Came TV is supposed to be, supposed to have a few more extra little things included in there. So basically it's the whole shoulder rig. Take the foam out. And as you can see here, it's the top handle, the shoulder rig, rails come with it, also the grip extension for the side handle, things like that. So let's kind of check it out. So you can see everything comes nicely, included, padded. You see, comes with extra screws. Oh, even gives you a screwdriver. It looks like it's an interchangeable screwdriver. Yep. So it has a Phillips head and all that stuff. So it's kind of nice that they include all those things, because actually I'm out here, you could say further away from the city actually today, and I don't, I only have so many things that I brought with me. So if I didn't have a screwdriver, I wouldn't be able to put this together. So here's the top handle. Here's the extension cable for the trigger. And here's the whole base plate, or the shoulder thing. So you can see here has the shoulder padding. Looks really nice actually. It's like this really good quality, firm but still soft. I mean like durable. It feels like, at least like it. Padding here, and then it has the airy rosette here style, basically for attachment, like accessories, handles, things like that. So I'll put that on the bottom. Yeah, it comes with extra screws, all the Allen keys. This I think is for the. Actually, I'm not even sure. I'll check the manual. Oh, and it comes actually, yeah. So this is the nice thing is that when Blackmagic, they provide all these things, but you have to buy them separately, like the base plate and top handle, and then, for example, the battery plate is a separate thing. Whereas this one actually comes included. So it comes with the battery plate, it together in this one kit. So it's kind of nice. So this is the V-mount battery. I have a handle here, extension. And we got two rails. And I believe that's it. Yep. Always double check. You don't want to leave something important in the box. All right, so let's first maybe build the, so flip the camera. I don't know about you guys, but this is the stuff that I love doing, kind of, in a way, just playing around with camera gear and attaching things, and I almost feel like like a big kid playing with Lego. So anyways, here, let me attach it. I'll make it a little bit, maybe the camera a little bit here in the back heavy. So I'll move it like that, but I can see that I can adjust it here basically along the length of this. I could, attach it to this point if I wanted to. I can move it to this point all the way. So it has a big, basically, area of movement that allows you to kind of put it in any position you want. So here's the screws. Let me feed the screws first. Now you definitely don't need these accessories. These are just, like I said, if you're not going to be planning to shoot shoulder rig or anything like that, like handheld, then I think the camera by itself, because it has the side grip and all that stuff, it's ready to be, to shoot with. It's ergonomically nicely designed, but I have these accessories here. I kind of want to build it up, see how it's going to work. So that's why I'm doing this. And also in case you guys are interested, curious in getting these accessories, then that's why I'm testing it out for you. All right. Like I said, I can always change my mind later and change the position of this, but I think right now I'll kind of put the camera here, like kind of almost flush with this thing, or the back of it, I mean. All right, got the shoulder here attached, so now I'm going to do the top handle. So it's kind of nice that, again, Came TV provides all the tools, including the Allen key, because as you can see, it just means you can quickly put it together and you don't have to look for tools. I also got the Blackmagic Viewfinder, so I don't know if I need to install this thing or not. Maybe I don't need to, but anyways, we'll see in a second. I got the top handle installed nicely here. Let me maybe now install all the other things and then kind of show you guys how it all looks together. So I got her built up. As you guys can see, the camera becomes drastically bigger and heavier once you actually put all the things on it. So it's definitely, you know, like once you put everything, I mean, it can operate like a proper cinema camera. You know, I have the Mattebox in here. This is from Chemtree, really nice new fiberglass swing away Mattebox, 2-stage filters, one rotating one. Also comes with flags and then also comes with like a donut, like a sock that you can put over lenses that are not cinema lenses. I have here Zine Lenses, which are proper cinema lenses. So they have a standard diameter in the front here. So the nice thing is that I don't have to worry about that. This thread here fits perfectly to the front of the lens. So that's a nice thing. I also have the KMTV follow focus here. That's nice. I have the Blackmagic, viewfinder I put on there. Also, I got the ATOC, I think I'm pronouncing it okay, ATOC C2S, which is basically an adapter from CFast cards to SSDs. So you can actually record onto SSDs versus the really expensive CFast cards. So basically, you have these cables here, you plug them in into your, basically where you would put your SSDs. Now that means that you cannot fully close the actual monitor here because it's the cables, you know, you'll be pinching them. And you also have to power this whole thing. So you have a power connection, and I basically connected into the here extra P-tap connection that I have on my battery, the V-mount. The V-mount is on there. I can see the handle. The nice thing is that here you just have like this screw that allows you to adjust the position of the viewfinder. So you can go move it up and down, basically, or forward, back. Also, I can adjust, you know, the angle of the viewfinder, and I can also adjust basically whether I want to move the viewfinder left and right. So loosen the screw there, so that adjusts. So you can, you know, if let's say if you want to, you know, use it with your left eye, then you can do that. You just rotate this, and you can have it easily so it goes to the left eye. Or if you want to use it with the right eye, then you can move it like that. So it's kind of nice. Like I said, that it's fully adjustable. I have the, like I said, the KMTV, you know, the handle, which also allows me to attach accessories such as this. Now, when I'm actually going to be shooting with this, not always, but a lot of times I'm going to have my wireless video system connected, so that because the film I'll be working on, you know, the director a lot of times will be just sitting away in the video village or something. He wants to see the kind of shots I'm getting. So in that case, I will want to attach it. And here on the top handle actually has another 1/4-inch thread, so I can attach the wireless video system. So that's a nice thing. The only thing, and that's actually a KMTV fault, is the battery plate that comes with this whole shoulder rig. It has P-tap connection, but it has it in this place. So it basically means that I have one P-tap coming off the battery, which is nice, but that's it. So one of those is right now being used up by the ATOC, CFast to SSD adapter, meaning that I have to use this one for the wireless video system to power that. And I cannot plug anything in there because of the cables, the connections for the SDI here, and the time code. So this was like something that, I don't know, if somebody at KMTV who was designing this fell asleep maybe, and they did not actually test out to see whether you can plug anything in there. Now the only way getting around that is I could take the V-mount plate and mount it upside down, basically the other way. Then that connection will be on this side, and then I could actually use it. But the problem with that is I'd rather not do that, because with V-mount batteries, you kind of want to have the battery kind of come in from the top, because these are heavy batteries. So when you comes in for the top, it kind of slides in there and locks itself in place. Whereas if it's going to be upside down, with a lot of bumping, the battery could technically fall off. So I'd rather have it this way. So that's just something that maybe KMTV can fix in the future. And hold on, let's see. Right now, I'm also having problems just putting the battery here. Oh, it doesn't want to even lock in right now. So I don't know if I broke something or if this thing broke by itself. It was working just a second ago, so I don't know what happened. go in? Maybe the other battery? I don't know, is it the battery or is it the mount? Oh, maybe it was just the battery. So I thought it was the mount that didn't work, but actually turns out the other battery that I had, this is the battery from Max Oak. They sent this in to me to kind of test it out, and it's a really big bulky battery. It's too big actually to take on a plane, so that's one thing to consider. But it has here like a level, so you can actually see what your battery level is, and it's this one battery will power this camera for a whole day, so that's a nice thing. And it actually has a USB here connection, so I can power things off of USB, so that might actually work out for me because I think my wireless video transmitter might be powerable off of USB. Plus it also has an extra P-tap connection, so that's a nice thing. And like I said, it's a big battery and actually works with the V-mount, whereas the other battery seemed like it was causing some problems. It didn't want to click in there properly. But anyways, this is the whole rig, and like I said, you can put this on a tripod. Now, to put it on a tripod, because of what you have here in the bottom, you don't have like a standard, you can, like if you put a, your base plate for your tripod, this will be, all wobbly, and with all this weight and everything, that's the last thing you want to do. So that's where you need like a V-mount, this is VTC plate from Sony. This is like an old-fashioned, from broadcast cameras. And this basically slides in here and it clicks this, whenever you have like a shoulder rig, clicks it nicely, and then this you would attach to your tripod. So I'm gonna put that on my tripod and show you guys how that looks. And you definitely will have to get something like that. This one I got from B&H for $229. And they have a few different versions. So again, I'm gonna provide all the links below for you guys. Now, the nice thing is that if you have it on there, you can have it on a tripod and then you can quickly detach it and put it on your shoulder. So hand holding it like this right now definitely is not easy. I feel the weight. But if I put it on there, it should be good. Let me just actually move the grip. So I'll move it right now forward because the CameTV rig comes with the little extension. So let me move that actually. All right, so I took off the side grip here, and I'm going to take it this cable because this camera trigger cable is very short. It's good for this, but you need like a longer one. This one's nice because it's the the kind of bungee one that extends. That's the one that CameTV provided. So I'll put that in here, and let's see. I don't know right now what the angle is, but let's say put it like that. Now this one does not allow you to adjust the length of it, but at least you can, you can put it away from the body. So that's the main thing. All right, and now connect the cable. Let's see. Connect like this, and let's try it. So now I can adjust the angle here of this thing. So when I have it like this, I mean, it is a heavy setup, but I'll tell you guys, having the handle further away and just being able to, like I said, just kind of balance it on your thing, on your shoulder is a lot better. So I think it's pretty well balanced right now because it definitely does not feel as heavy as when I was just holding it with my hand. So I might actually even move it, because in here it's a pretty big lens. It's the Zine, like I said, lens, full cinema lens. So with the lens like that, I might even move the whole camera a bit further back on the shoulder mount. But yeah, I can see myself operating like this, and let's actually start up the camera and let's see if the trigger buttons work and all that stuff. So let me take off this thing, the screen protection, and let's start up the camera for the first time. So power, there, it starts up. Beautiful. And okay, I gotta power the ATAC adapter, so hopefully it recognizes it that the card is there then. There's the power. Okay, so now it looks like it recognizes that there's a card, so it says card, CFast card 2. Let's see. Now getting power to this thing. Now I'm getting it, all right. So I'm getting power there now. So let's see, I closed the monitor and I'm looking to the viewfinder now. Okay, so now I'm getting a hang of the menu system there. And oh wow, this is a really nice monitor. I mean, viewfinder. It's like so crisp. And honestly, just like really feels like using those old school, like proper film cameras. And let's see how it works. Yep, I can hit record with the side handle here. I can operate the focus. And man, I am really loving this viewfinder. It feels finally like using a proper cinema camera instead of looking at those, LCDs and all that stuff. This is what every camera needs, a nice viewfinder like this. And it's pretty cool. So anyways, now all that's left to do is for me to actually get some test shots. I kind of use it out in the field, so I'll be getting some shots, probably not today, it's starting to get dark, but tomorrow I'll spend some time with this, show you guys kind of the test footage, and also this way I can give you some feedback and let you know how I feel about this whole current setup, if I'm maybe going to change something, maybe with some of the accessories, if they fail on me or things like that. So anyways, I'm going to let you guys, right now just watch the test footage that I got with the camera. So this is my setup for the weekend, basically. While I'm testing the camera, I got this is what I need to carry with me. So as you can see, bigger camera as it means just overall bigger headache because you got to carry more stuff. So camera itself is with the lenses and everything weighs a fair amount. Then I got the camera bag, then I got the slider bag here, then I've got another bag in here with the lenses in my bag, and I got this tripod. And this is actually a tripod that I wouldn't normally use with this size camera. It doesn't take it takes the weight, but barely. So when I'm all the way on like an 85mm, I gotta be super careful because it can produce some shaky shots. So definitely for like an actual job, I will need a bigger, heavier tripod to carry with me. So that's why when you're shooting with a bigger kind of a cinema camera, you want to have a team helping you, because otherwise you see walking around with this for a whole day is not fun.
So almost the end of the day, getting some nice shots here of nature and the camera. I mean, so far I'm pretty impressed with the dynamic range is one thing, because in here I have it set to Rec 709, so like video display. So I'm seeing basically what you would see, kind of see with an average video camera. But in the viewfinder, I set it to film mode, which is not the best maybe for focusing, because it's lacking kind of contrast. But you can see the whole dynamic range. So like sometimes when I'm shooting, in this, in the monitor here, the sky would just be white, blown out. But then I look in here and it's like every cloud, every little detail is there, which is really, really cool to kind of know that you have all that extra dynamic range. And then another thing is, like right now, the sun's been gone for about an hour, and it's so it's just getting slowly darker and darker. It's fairly dark already, and I'm still shooting at ISO 200, and I have an ND filter, 0.9. So you can see if I take that out, it's completely overexposed now. So that just to kind of show you that it's it's obviously not Sony A7S, not a low light king or something, but for a cinema camera, I mean, even with the Red Epic, I don't think I was really able to be shooting so late into the day at ISO 200. So good to know. And another thing is this battery. This is a fairly large battery. What is this one's 1200 milliamps, 177 watt hours, and at 14.8 volts. And this battery, though, like I've been shooting for 2 hours, it's down to 70, and now it's at 73%. So 73, 75%. So just shows you kind of that I'm expecting this battery to last probably 6 to 8 hours. So it should be good for a whole day of shootings, considering that almost never do I have the camera always on for the whole 6-7 hours. I turn it off in between takes, but so far, like actually right now I haven't really conserving the battery power, because I wanted to test it out, see how it is. So I kind of been leaving the camera under, and it's overall so far a good experience working with the camera. Really the ultimate test is seeing how the shots are going to look. So I'm going to throw it up there on DaVinci Resolve and really start playing around with it. See the sharpness and all that stuff. But overall, like as the ergonomically, it's pretty cool. Now it is a heavy camera, or at least the rig that I have, like I said, right now, because of the battery, big lenses and all that stuff. If I were to strip it all down, maybe let's say have like a little battery pack, like a belt battery pack, and hook this to a cable, or get just a really small and thin V-mount battery, take away let's say the viewfinder, put in a smaller lens, take away the follow focus, take away the shoulder rig, all that stuff, then you can actually have a fairly light and small camera.
So here's some low light tests I did with the camera and ISO 1600, which is actually the max ISO on this camera. Now normally I wouldn't be shooting in that ISO, but even if you push the sensor to its max, if I think the footage is still usable, looks beautiful. Now obviously there is going to be noise, and there's some slight vertical lines you'll notice in the extreme darks of the shot. Now when shooting with the camera, it doesn't matter whether you're shooting in RAW or even in ProRes, you definitely want to be shooting in the Blackmagic Design film profile, which is like their flat log profile, and because that's going to give you the most dynamic range. And after all, the amazing thing about this camera is it's able to capture 15 steps of dynamic range. The only problem with viewing that footage in flat log profile is that it just doesn't show you enough contrast and even colors so that you can judge the exposure properly. Now, thanks to the latest firmware for the camera, you can now load in your own custom LUTs. So I actually end up using my own LUT, which converts the Blackmagic film profile to like a standard Rec 709. But at the same time, it does not completely basically over contrast the image, where the highlights, for example, are completely blown out and then the blacks are completely crushed, because that will actually limit your dynamic range. So if you wanted to see whether you're really getting those details in the highlights or in the shadows, or even later on when you're grading your footage and you want to have an image that's full of color and life, but yet at the same time, so you're not losing the highlight and the shadow information, then that's where you'd want to use a sort of a custom LUT like that. So if you guys are interested, you can actually get my own custom Blackmagic Ursa Mini 4.6K LUT that I've been using both when shooting and grading the footage. It's going to be available on my website soon, so go to my website right now at tomantosfilms.com. Over there you can sign up to the newsletter that I just launched. Along with that, you'll be notified when the LUT is available, along with the weekly newsletter that I'm going to be releasing. I'm just basically going to send you out information whenever there's some cool new filmmaking tutorial that I have, or anything that I think is of value for other filmmakers. Like, for example, if I'm doing camera, lens tests, things like that.